Hey guys, welcome to episode 3 of the Gateway Students Podcast. We're going to be talking about some really important stuff today, some meme content. I think that there's some really good stuff that we need to keep everybody up to date on. And yeah, so here with Noah again.
Hola, howdy.
Oh,
Texas boy.
hablas español.
Yep.
See, man goes to a specific Caribbean country that speaks Spanish.
I learned a key.
Which is?
Tu eres muy guapo. So here,
gracias.
handsome, I'm talking to all you viewers as well.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's the extent of my Spanish too. So, dude, so you've been back since we talked last. We talked a little bit about your time in this specific country. And just the impact that had on you. So you've been stateside now, but we're getting ready to do something that's kind of part of that reaching out, telling people about Jesus kind of thing. Yeah. We should talk a little bit about SummerSlam.
Yeah. So that's what it's called, SummerSlam. We're having this high invite night where we encourage our students to invite people that are non-Christian, don't know Jesus yet. So we had this idea to do a Lucha Libre themed night, Luchador night. He actually just emailed back.
Oh, cool.
So we'll look at that.
Gotta sign that contract.
That's right. Sign the contract. We're really excited for it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Our last one was Costco night, and we doubled our numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And again, that was the encouragement for our students. Invite your friends. And man, they really showed up. We had we're averaging about 70 at the time.
Yeah, 70-ish.
Had 140
it's crazy.
Students that night. And our camp numbers are about 200,
Yeah, around that. It varies every year, so about 200.
Yeah. And camp for Gateway is top tier. So for us to have 140 students on a Wednesday for an event like that
at one campus,
was incredible. So we're really hoping and pretty sure that we'll at least reach those numbers again. Hopefully get 200.
Yeah.
Which would be just incredible.
Well, and the beauty of these kind of events, like when we're talking about a high invite night, we're not just talking about hey, let's just get the numbers. We talk numbers because numbers are easy to kind of wrap our heads around. But this is 140 students that were invited. And we had about, I want to say, a decent amount of the kids there were kids that have been part of our student ministry for the last 4.5 years. Mm-hmm. But there's been this increasing curiosity from our students' friends and in the schools about who Jesus is. It's not that they don't believe in Jesus as a person, but why should I trust him with my life? And all of that. So obviously there's so much more that we can share, but I think the thing I'm most excited about is to just have luchadors on campus slamming each other and let's just getting crazy with it. And
I really hope we can get in the ring too.
Oh, I mean, I ordered my mask already.
Did we figure out your name?
Can't remember what it was. I think it was they called me White Lightning in high school.
Yeah. But ours is too. Mine was White Shadow.
Yeah, which is we're two white guys, so it's a little. I don't know. It's a little basic. Maybe we can outsource this.
Here's what I did learn: Spanish, Sombra Blanca.
Okay,
that's White Shadow in Spanish. That's my wrestling.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah,
I think you should keep that. We should crowdsource this. So, students, if you're watching this, or parents, or whoever's watching this, put a name in the chat or the comments or whatever on what my luchador name should be.
Yeah. It can be cooler than White Lightning.
I think we can do better than that. Yeah. So, but a big thing, okay, just pivoting a little bit. There's been some memes this week. So let's do a little weekly meme review here.
Okay.
So I have to pull up our DMs because Noah and we interact on social media quite a bit, but we never actually talk on social media. It's just a bunch of memes.
Yeah, just real sending.
It's just real sending back and forth. No, it was the one of the guys going to buy mopeds. They're like, go my mopeds for the summer. And it was actually posted by this guy named Matt McHugh.
Okay, so
it wasn't the Matt McHugh that we know, but shout out Matt.
Yeah. Shout out, Matt.
if you want to buy a moped with us, I think we need a moped. So
Yes.
that's kind of, it's not really a meme. It was more just like a really epic, funny thing.
Summer with the boys.
Summer with
Go
the
buy
boys.
a $100 scooter, moped. Get to goofing, really.
Get goofy.
Get goofy.
Oh, dang. We got to. Okay. Chicken
Silly
Jockey, I
boy
think, is
summer.
still taking over.
Mm,
Is it out? Is Chicken Jockey in or out?
it's out, but what is in is the Steve's Lava Chicken song, and everybody's remixing that song with different stuff. And actually, that's my whole feed right now.
Okay. Can we anticipate a Noah Marshall remix?
That would actually be that would be really funny. I'll sing it to you right now. La 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 lava chicken. That's it. That's all you get.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
Yep. Next one I drop is a cover of Steve's Lava Chicken.
Yeah. I think that'll be good. Okay.
Going off that.
I really don't know how to pivot from the
That's
Minecraft movie. It was really good art. Like, honestly, seeing.
Was it?
No, it wasn't. Was it? It's a terrible movie, but that's okay. All right. It kind of works. The hype around Chicken Jockey, Minecraft movie, buy-in mopeds with the boys for the summer, like social media. It's like
Social media.
we use it. It's like everybody that has a phone, it seems, is either on it or has an opinion on it. And so as Jesus followers, there's actually probably a lot of questions about how this interacts with our day-to-day lives, stuff like that. So I guess like what are the benefits in your life of social media, of having social media?
Well, first of all, social media isn't evil, right? I think what's important about social media is that we use it as a tool, right? Because it can be, strong word, detrimental. We hear the term brain rot now, and that's a big part of it. But I think really how you use social media is important. There was a time when I was watching gaming videos at night, and it was, they were usually about like 10 minutes long or something. But I also really like TED Talks. And so I was like, man, I'm spending 10 minutes a night watching these stupid gaming videos. What if I just watched a 10-minute TED Talk? Because they're all different. Like it's always a different talk. So I'm like, man, I'm getting 10 minutes of, I don't know, space travel. And then
it's like pressing shuffle on life and having somebody yap about it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it was great. Like I did it for definitely like at least a few months. And that was really cool. I learned a lot. And I think that's just an easy example of like, man, just that little shift of changing the content that I was consuming was like, so, I mean, that's what I was learning about life 10 minutes at a time, every night. So.
Cool. I think for me, like, I really enjoyed social media. Like this is how I show my unk status is I got Instagram right when it came out. It's like around,
you're
I think
old.
2012 ish. And Instagram at that point was like heavy filters, high saturation. Every photo on your feed was edited. Some students have gone really far back in my social media feeds and like saw some of my cringy hashtags and all that. Cause that's what it was. It was like Instagram was a creative platform to connect different creatives through pictures. And like, so it was like constantly looking for inspiration in everyday life. Specifically with photography. And so like I've kind of dabbled in photography as a hobby for a while. So Instagram really like that was kind of the main place to dump
Share
your
it with the
stuff.
world.
Yeah. And like Pinterest a little bit, but it wasn't as interactive as Instagram. Like I made a lot of really, really close internet friends. Like my friend Aaron, like we've hung out. Well, we just went to a music festival last fall, but before that, we only hung out for like maybe an hour or two outside of social media because he lived on opposite sides of the country. But like, he's one of the guys that I would consider like one of my closest friends because of the interaction and the connection. And like, that's the beauty of social media. But then when they started to introduce like short form content, shout out Musically. Do you remember that? All the cringe from that. Yeah. Well, then TikTok shows up.
I was never on it. I was so against it. I was like, this is so stupid. And then
TikTok shows up and we're like, whoa.
I'm on it. Yeah.
And so it's like stuff that used to be just like a picture. You could scroll a picture, connect with friends like on Facebook or like MySpace. That really dates me. But like all these social media platforms like really did exist as a social thing. And now it's shifted from social to entertainment. Now, this isn't like a new concept. I'm not saying anything revolutionary. Like we've seen the shift. And I mean, you just look at it. People don't like being bored.
Mm-hmm.
And yet our capacity like to be bored is like getting smaller and smaller and smaller, to where even like waiting for 10, 15 seconds at a stoplight, you look around in other cars and everybody has their phones up. They're scrolling or they're reading something. It's like, dang, like not even from a safety thing in the car. Don't text and drive. Don't TikTok and drive.
Don't TikTok and drive.
But like, never mind. I almost said something dangerous. So I guess, what are some of the risks then that you've seen in social media? Like we've talked benefits, it's good stuff. Now I've kind of hinted at like the entertainment side of things, but like, what are some of the risks that you've seen?
Well, I was just thinking about like what you're saying, that, you know, the sole purpose of it was connection.
Mm-hmm.
Like you get to share your stuff too, but there was like, and it was new, so it wasn't as big, but it was like this cool interaction that you got to have. Now, as you said earlier, I mean, we see each other like every day, but we don't connect on social media. We just be sending reels. So I think even like human connection has been dumbed down to that of like, I won't say anything for you to 2 weeks, but man, you're watching the reels I'm sending you. And it's like, I just feel like that level of human interaction has been dumbed down a little, especially in, you know, when people are, in the cars doing that, but also, man, just hang out.
Mm-hmm.
Like people just be hanging out. If there's like 10 seconds of silence, it's like, oh, I'm gonna go on my phone now to like fill this or act like I'm doing something.
Right.
It's like, man, just talk.
Yeah.
And so I think it's taken away this ability for people to just be present. Even being present at a stoplight. It's like, that's crazy. And so I think that's a huge danger. And we've kind of seen that shift too. And iPad kids, you know. So I think that's a big one. I think the second thing is, I said it earlier. Every reel is a seed. Like every reel plants a seed. Every post that you see plants a seed here. The same goes for like TVs and movies. Like really just your whole surrounding, what you're like putting in your brain and stuff. It's like I used to have friends, family that loved horror movies.
Mm-hmm.
But they developed this like crazy paranoia of like, man, that dark corner over there, there's something in there. And it was just because how they were filling the brain and how it was influencing. I think the same is true for social media and like what you see. And so I think that's a real danger. I don't think it's slowing down.
Yeah. And I think it kind of changes how we not just interact with each other, but even like how we view other humans. Like I think of like I love Gen Z and Gen Alpha. They have my heart. Like it's what we do. And I'm thinking through like how quickly we make jokes and like, which is totally fine and funny. Most of the time it's like really hilarious, but like we make jokes so quickly about like tragedy or somebody like crashing out publicly. And then also like somebody in a moment of weakness, like suddenly their whole character is being questioned. And it's like, I've had moments of questionable character where it's like, yeah, in that situation, I probably could have kept my cool. Thankfully, it wasn't posted because that was not good. And some, you know what I'm talking about. Some students would know, but like it was not a very good moment. But it's like sometimes we reduce people just to that.
Yes.
Like we reduce people to what we see in a 30-second clip. And like, so there's a show on ABC called The Rookie, and watched an episode last night with Lucy. It's like our favorite show. We watch it like once a week, whatever. We're old school with it too. We don't watch like multiple episodes. We watch it 1 week at a time. And so when we're watching it though, like the whole thing, like there was this influencer character and he like crashed his car into a lake and all this stuff. And like all of his like fans that were like watching his live streams all the time, like came to the police station and they like tried to disrupt it and like free him or whatever. And like, I think what was weird about it was that like the social media, it like wasn't like his fans were out of touch with reality and with what was going on, and that he had like endangered people and all that. And like, it's totally fictional. And like, of course they're going to like the writers of the show are probably a little bit older and not quite as in touch with Gen Z and Gen Alpha, because the way that they portray it is always negative. But like, yeah, so I just think that that's interesting, like how the perception of it is bad and it's not as interactive. So
what do you think about like your online profile, your online presence reflecting Jesus?
Man, I agree with that, because if you've noticed, if you go, I think it's, if you watch a reel, like if you click on one of the explore page or on your feed or whatever, you can actually see up in the right hand corner, like it's an option to click on reels that your friends have liked. Mm-hmm. And some of the things that people have liked or shared or whatever, it's like, I wouldn't have done that. Or it's like something that's like super, super like hateful or distasteful or whatever. And then it totally like shows a different part of their character. And then you click on their profile and it's like John 3:16 in their profile. Mm-hmm. And it's like, man, our representation is not good based on what we like. And I'm not saying that people need to be fake. It's also like we should be conscious of what we're consuming and how it's forming us. Yeah. So I think in the next episode, we should kind of talk a little bit more kind of to build or to grow on that seed analogy. You see what because seeds grow. Okay. And talk a little bit more about formation and the importance of like our online content consumption as Jesus followers. So cool. Yeah. Well, thank you guys. Episode 3. We'll see you guys episode 4. And we'll talk a little bit. Nice. More Spanish. Yes, there's more Spanish every single time. I surprised
myself.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Well, the next episode, Noah will be speaking all in Spanish. So with that being said, we'll see you guys next week.